Okay, guys. So I ended up getting as much iron ore as I could. I made a couple of crucibles and sticks because we will need those. I also made a mortar and pestle while I was up there. I threw away the remaining stone because you can get that almost anywhere. It's not hard to find stone. Now, I'm not that far away from the mountain anyway if I really need to get stone. So I've ended up getting quite a lot. I've got two different qualities. I've got quality 64 and quality 90 iron ore. How do we turn this iron ore into iron lumps, ingots, and steel, and other contents? So the first thing we need to do is actually get some charcoal from our box that we got in the previous video using our kiln. We won't need 68, 10 to 15 charcoal. So I'll just grab 15. We'll start with that and see how we go. It should be more than enough. We then go to our furnace, manage the furnace, put the charcoal in there, and we can hold 100, right? So for that, we'll just go to 85, which I can just click in here and go 85. So this will give us the maximum return, so 100 amount in the furnace. And you can add stuff as that goes down, but that's just going to slow the process down a bit. So we turn it on. Okay, so the furnace is going. We want to get it to around 1500 degrees. So we do that by just hitting the bellows a few times. And one more. And now it's just a waiting game. So we'll go ahead and let this bubble away and do its thing. It will take about 3 or 4 minutes real time for it to go through, maybe 5. And you can pump the bellows to speed the process up a little bit if you wanted to. And this does take time. That's why a lot of people will have multiple furnaces going if that's all they're doing. So if you're playing with a group of people and you've got one person who's doing the blacksmithing, he might have 3 or 4 furnaces going that he can manage at the same time to process. But it all really depends on the makeup of your group that you're playing with, okay? And and whatever the skill cap modifier is. So give that one more pump. I just want to see some color. There we go. Okay, guys, so it's almost done. Any minute now, it's gonna be ready. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I made the crucible and stick, which is just, I think it's like 1 stone and 1 stick, and I'm just gonna equip that. There we go. That's equipped. When this is complete, we'll be able to start pulling out. It'll ask us what we want to pull out. So at the start, we want to pull out iron lumps because we'll use those iron lumps to make nails. Actually, no. We'll use iron ingots and iron ingots and iron bars, I think they're called, at the start, because we need to make some tools, some decent tools. Okay, so it's complete. We can see the smelt button's ready. We want to select iron bar. We'll get a few of those. We won't get a lot, because again, it can be a long process to do this. 2. I'll just get 4. There we go. Stop. Okay. Manage the furnace again. Wrong one. Smelt. Iron ingots. Mass produce. We'll get the rest as iron ingots. I think we'll get 2 or 3 out of this, and then that's it. Yeah, that's all we're going to get at. And so that should leave us with enough. We can get lumps of iron. So we'll get some lumps of iron. Yeah. We'll get the rest out as lumps of iron. So smelting's now at 30. Alright, that should be everything. So manage the furnace again. Yeah, so 15 seems to be probably the right amount that you want. I recommend 15 for the simple fact that if you get sidetracked doing something else, you want to make sure there's enough fuel left over to keep the furnace going. Otherwise, it'll go out and you have to go through the process all over again, heating up the iron and waiting for it to melt down. So always make sure you put more charcoal than what you may think might be necessary. You might get a good enough at doing it to where you know the exact amount that you need. If you can rely on you being near the furnace at all times, sort of thing, you don't get, like I said, you don't get sidetracked doing something else. But that should be enough. That should be all you need to do. And that's basically how you make iron bars, iron lumps. Now what we can do with that is turn that into tools. So to do that, we need the anvil made. Right, okay, so we need some, to make the anvil. That's the next thing we'll do. So I'll go ahead and I'll make that, and we should be back soon. Okay, see you again soon, guys. Right, guys, so I've put the plans down, the building post down for the forge and anvil. So we need to make an anvil. Now to make the anvil, it's actually quite simple. You just need clay and water. So you don't only need 20 clay and 2 water, so it's not that much. You only need 1 anvil form. So this is all we need to do. We need to get that, the 60 clay, because we'll need some more clay anyway. I'll run this down to the base. We'll get some water from our well. We'll make the form and we put that, I think, inside the kiln or the furnace. I can't remember which one. I'm pretty sure it's the furnace we put it in. Get water. I only need 2 lots. 1, 2, that'll do. And we can go mold. Clay anvil form. Produce that. When you mouse over the anvil form, which is there, it tells you what you need to do. Put this form in 8 ingots, which are these iron ingots. We need to get some more, melt some more down into a furnace to create an anvil. Easy, so we'll do that. Okay, guys. So what I've done, I managed to go ahead and get 8 iron ingots. Basically, it used up almost all the iron that we went and got, which is, I think, was close to 300. So if we just go to manage furnace, I've heated them up, as you can see, with a clay anvil form, which all you need, which we made, as you know, it's this, what is it, 20 clay and 2 water. Put that in the furnace with about 15 charcoal, heat up the iron ingots, which takes quite a while because they are quite concentrated, and you just press the smelt button and anvil. Select that. That was a deer in the background, look at that down the back there. Right, we have an anvil now. I'll just turn the fire off, turn the furnace off, so you're not wasting charcoal for no reason. And build simple construction, add our anvil. Now we can actually make tools and, you know, metal bands and that sort of stuff. I think. Pretty sure this is all we can do that now. I think we have to level up forging to 30 though to get weapons. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Now, the next thing you need to do, once we've got the anvil created, is to level our forging skill, which we should have unlocked, ready to go now. Which we do. It's right there, forging. So we can forge metal tools. So the first thing we need to do, make a blacksmith's hammer. To do that, we need common ingots and 1 branch. Okay, simple enough. So I've got a branch there, so we'll quickly do that. Manage furnace. So you will need to light it. So you can either put, your best bet is to put, what do they call it, charcoal. And you can also use the forge to, you can use the forge, the black anvil forge. You can also use that to melt down iron and that sort of stuff as well, if you needed to. So I'll just get a couple of these materials out of here. Get that. Because we want to make some nails too. I think I can make nails at the moment. And you don't need, if you're making tools, I haven't noticed that you need, oh, I need ingots, beg your pardon, which I haven't got enough of. Nails use lumps. Metal bands. So we need to make some more ingots. So I'll do that in the next video. Between now and the next video, I'll do that. In the meantime, I think next video we'll probably look at starting some farming and maybe even some sowing of wheat, because I want to get wheat grown before it's too late. Because what are we at? We're in July. And this seems to go by the American/European real life time frames with seasons. So in Australia, where I am, our summer is towards the end of the year, around end of November, start of December. That's when we start to go into summer. This game, it looks like that's winter time in the northern hemisphere. So the game, we've got a couple of months yet before it gets into winter, but I still want to have a decent stock. There's a lot of things we need to do between now and then. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Take it easy.